In this video, I'm going to rank the best products to resell in 2025. And then at the end, I'm going to give you vendor links to all the products that you see in this video. You guys would not stop asking me, Terry, as a beginner, what should I sell? What should I sell? Okay, so in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you should sell. So let's get started, shall we? The first thing that I want to tell you is that I'm going to rank these products based by evergreen, demand, quality, and margin. Evergreen is making sure that the product will sell all year round and that people will always buy it. Demand is basically how much demand there is for that product. And the quality is how good the one-to-ones are, okay? And this is important because if the quality is trash, then your customers won't be happy and they will not be coming back. So it's very important to have high quality one-to-ones. And finally, we're gonna rank margin because we're here to make money, right? So let's get started. The first one I'm gonna talk about is sneakers. And for sneakers, I'm gonna put it in S tier because who do you know that doesn't have sneakers? Tell me. Nobody. Everybody in this world has something on their feet. So evergreen, people are always buying this, super high demand, and the qualities of sneakers are insane. Nowadays, you really can't tell the difference between one-to-one sneakers and real sneakers. And of course, the margins are gonna be absurd. You can buy really good one-to-ones for $100 and then flip them for $200 plus. So at least a double up. The next product is spider hoodies, okay? And for spider hoodies, I'm gonna put it in B tier because I feel like spider hoodies are a fad. I can't imagine people 5-10 years from now still wearing spider hoodies. They look good, but just for ranking purposes, evergreen, I don't think these will last forever. But the demand right now is definitely very high. The quality is on point and the margins are really great. So spider hoodies will go into the B tier. Now, let's talk about AirPods. AirPods is definitely going on the A tier. It's very in demand and it's something that will sell all year round 24/7. In the next 5-10 years is still gonna sell. The qualities are so crazy. I don't know how these counterfeiters are able to copy the exact software of the AirPods. They're able to copy the physical product itself and the software that goes into the product, which is insane. And then, of course, the margins are so insane. It's $20 for a replica AirPod, and then you can flip it for $100 and $200. Absurd. And the only reason why it's not in S tier is because it's saturated. Obviously, everybody knows that people are reselling fake AirPods. So if you're ever trying to sell one-to-one AirPods, people will always have that doubt that you're selling them a one-to-one. And it's just getting harder to get top dollar for this product and harder to sell in general. Now, the next product I have is colognes. People always ask me about colognes, and I'm gonna tell you right now, if you want colognes, you get them off DHgate, period. Everybody that resells colognes, get them off DHgate. And I'll give you a list of links for colognes at the end of the video if you watch to the end, so you don't even have to worry about it. So for colognes, I'm gonna put colognes in C tier. The thing about colognes is that the quality is super trash. I'm sure you heard people say like colognes gives you skin cancer, colognes, it burns your skin, it doesn't even smell like the real thing, all these things. And like, just imagine you're selling colognes to people and then they buy it from you and then they use it on themselves and they're like, dude, what is this? You are not gonna be happy if your customers aren't gonna be happy. So think about it. Why would you even sell colognes when you can sell something like sneaker or AirPods? Like, why would you pick a worse product to sell when you could sell a way better product? You know what I mean? So in my opinion, cologne is like a fad to me. Like, it's something that will come and go, and honestly, I just don't think it's worth it to resell. And colognes aren't cheap either. If you want a bottle of one-to-one colognes, they go for $40 to $30, which is more than an AirPod. How does that even make sense? The next thing on the list is Nike Tech. Nike Tech is S tier. I understand it. I love Nike Tech myself, and everybody in the world loves Nike Tech. It's insane. Nike Tech sells 24/7, 365 days a year. People always buy Nike Tech. The one-to-one Nike Techs are insane, exact replicas, and the margins are really good. So you can buy a set of Nike Tech for, let's say, $80, sell the set for $150 because retail is way more than $150. Retail is $100 a piece, I'm pretty sure. So like $200 for a set. So if you give them like a 25% discount, sell it for $150, people are going to jump on it, especially if it's brand new. And I'm going to put a little disclaimer. I'm a little biased because I sell all these stuff on eBay. I also have a video on that if you want to see it on my channel. I teach you exactly how to sell stuff on eBay. So it also applies to this tier list, right? So sneakers and clothes sell like crazy on eBay. AirPods, not so much. Cologne, not so much as well. But you will have no trouble selling Nike Tech on eBay. I'm not even going to kid you. You put it up, it's gonna sell for the same week. Nike Tech, top of the list. Now, Polo is so good. That's what I'm saying. Clothes and shoes, people will never get sick of. So Polo is gonna go on A tier, and Polo is just so amazing. The only issue is that it's not Nike Tech amazing. So Polo only applies to a certain niche, only a certain group of people like Polo. But like the thing about Nike Tech is like everybody loves Nike Tech. I don't understand it. I mean, I do understand it. I love Nike Tech, but it's just absurd how popular it is. So Polo is just one tier below Nike Tech, and it will go into A tier. Now we got Apple Air Maxes, whatever. So for Apple Pro Maxes, I'm gonna put in B tier. The reason why is because Apple Pro Maxes quality isn't that good. So the counterfeiters aren't there yet. They're definitely not as good as the AirPod Pros. The AirPod Pros are on point. The Maxes, not really there, but they're not as bad as colognes because people really want to buy this product, especially if you're selling it for super low, $100, $200, people will buy it. And you can get this product for like $40, $50 from a vendor, sell it for even $100 to double your money, which is a crazy steal because retail is like $600, $700. So Pro Maxes is gonna go into the B tier. You can get Pro Maxes for $100, which is kind of high in my opinion, but you can still flip it for $200, $250, which is still way below retail. So people would pay that amount of money because retail is like $600, $700. So Pro Maxes is in the B tier because they're obviously not as good as AirPods, but they're not as bad as colognes. Pro Maxes have a really high evergreen, very high demand. The quality is okay, it's not as good as the AirPod Pros, and the margins is okay. So it'll go into the B tier. The next one is Apple Watches. Apple Watches are really cheap to get, which is crazy. You can get one-to-one Apple Watches for $40 and you can sell them upwards of $200. Personally, I don't know anybody that's paying $200 for one-to-one watches, but I'd say $100 is a good amount, which is still a crazy margin if you're getting it for $40 and selling it for $100. Definitely a huge price cut from the retail. So on that note, I'm going to put Apple Watches in the A tier. Definitely not S tier, but it's a good flip for sure. The next product I got is Essential Hoodies. Essential Hoodies definitely going into the A tier, no doubt. People love Essential Hoodies. Girls and boys love Essential Hoodies. The thing is though, it's pretty hard to find a good one-to-one for Essential Hoodies. So you got to make sure the quality is on point, and that's why it's in A tier. So I got some more stuff. We got Phantom Fears. Phantom Fears, bro. Oh my God. This shit is so ugly, bro. This is going in C tier. Phantom Fears, nobody pays resale prices for Phantom Fears. So denim tiers, people only pay retail prices off the retail website, which is crazy to think, right? So how do I even explain this? Second-hand denim tiers go for nothing. So let's say a denim tiers hoodie, right? Retail is $300. It resells secondhand on eBay for like $100, which is absurd. And it's also a fad. I don't see denim tiers staying around for the next 5 to 10 years. Eventually, people are gonna stop wearing this, and it's just like, why would you sell denim tiers when you can sell Nike Tech? You know what I mean? You sell denim tiers, I'll sell Nike Tech, bro. Like if I put it in that perspective, you understand why denim tiers is not the move. So the next product is Moissanite jewelry. Moissanite jewelry. Let's talk about Moissanite jewelry. Evergreen, not really. Demand is high right now. A lot of people are talking and buying Moissanite jewelry, and the quality is all right. It's not like it's actually copying any brand. It's just Moissanite jewelry, and the margins are pretty terrible because when you're buying Moissanite jewelry, you're putting out a few $100 and then you're trying to flip it for a few $100 in profit, and it's really hard to find somebody paying top dollar for this kind of jewelry. So imagine this scenario. You bought a Moissanite Cuban necklace for $200, which is a lot of money. You paid $200 for this Cuban necklace. How are you gonna find somebody to pay you $500 for the same necklace? How? I don't think that's happening. And all these like TikTok shorts and YouTube shorts that I be seeing on the internet, they are scripted. They have their friend come over and like hand him a wad of cash and say, oh, thanks for the purchase, bro. Like, no, nobody's doing that. Moissanite stuff, this is a fad. This is going into D tier. tier, bro. Why are you selling this? This is absurd. Come on, really? 1-to-1 Rolexes? Who is buying this? Nah. So 1-to-1 Rolexes is going into D tier, bro. Evergreen is trash. Demand, trash. Nobody's buying 1-to-1 Rolexes. Quality, trash. Margin, trash. Bro, this shit is trash. Now, finally, we got Supreme hoodies, Supreme shirts, Supreme hoodies, anything Supreme. Supreme is going on the S tier, okay? Supreme has been around since I was a kid. Supreme has been around since I was in the womb. This brand is never going anywhere. This brand is insane. They had the craziest comeback of 2024, 2025. It's unbelievable. People loved Supreme back then. People still love Supreme now, and people are still gonna love Supreme in the future. There's just something about Supreme that sells like crazy. So what I used to do is sell a lot of Supreme shirts. You can buy Supreme shirts from agents, from DHgate, whatever, for $10. You can buy a shirt for $10, and then you can flip that same shirt for 5x, 50 bucks, 60 bucks. And if it's a box logo, you can sell it for even more. It's crazy. And let's go back to the ranking. Evergreen, very good. Demand, very good. Quality, very good. It's crazy. The Supreme shirts are exactly 1-to-ones, down to the neck tag, to the cotton, to the printing, everything is exact, and the margins are very good. So that's the tier list. If you are trying to resell in 2025, go get yourself some Nike Tech, get yourself some Supreme shirts, and get yourself some AirPods, okay? Like, those three things will make you a good amount of money, okay? You don't have to dabble in some fad like Moissanite jewelry or like fake Rolex watches. What are you doing, bro? You want to be consistent. You want to be able to do this for not just for a season. You want to be able to do it for the entire year, right? So don't buy any of that trash products that you be seeing on TikTok and YouTube, because if you get those products and you can't sell it and then the trend is over, you're going to be stuck with those shitty products and you are going to hit yourself. So make sure you're buying something that you will sell for sure. So what I personally do is sell sneakers. I have a lot of people always asking me like, what do you resell? I sell shoes, okay? And I sell authentic sneakers. Even though I know a lot of you audiences are into 1-to-1 reselling, I kind of stepped away from that because it's not really scalable. Like, selling 1-to-ones is obviously against the law. So if you want to scale up to 6 figures, 7 figures, you're always going to have that doubt in the back of your mind. You're going to always have that hand over your shoulder, and you're always going to doubt yourself. Damn, one day this is all going to come crashing down. And eventually it will, because you're fighting against the government. So who wants to do that? That's why I transitioned to selling real stuff. I sell real shoes, and I've done 6 figures doing that. Last year I did $250,000. Today it is 4:40 p.m. I've done $2,000 in sales. Here, let me just show you. Today is 4:47 p.m. I did $2,000 in sales. I'm not doing anything. I'm not out looking for buyers. I'm not out chasing people. I'm not shipping any shoes. I'm not fulfilling anything. I'm just sitting here recording this video for you, and $2,000 in sales hitting my bank by the end of the night. So that is the story for another time. If you are a aspiring reseller in 2025, again, get yourself some Supreme and some Nike Tech and some shoes and go make yourself that bag. Hope you enjoyed the video, got some value out of it. Like I promised, I will give you all the vendor links for free. It took me time to compile this list, and it will be in the comments or description somewhere. And go crazy, guys. My name is Terry. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.